Yo, what is going on everybody? Shri Kanase here. So how do search campaigns work and how can you really optimize them to make them work long term? Now, there's a lot of people out there who are trying to get into Google Ads, but they're facing a multitude of issues, some of which include having suspended merchant center accounts. Now, the beauty about search ads is that you don't actually need an approved merchant center account in order to use search ads. This may be a big revelation for a lot of you guys that still want to use Google Ads because you may be facing some bans with Facebook or you simply don't want to use Facebook anymore. So with Google, just because you can't use shopping ads does not mean that you can not completely use the Google Ads platform. You can, on the other hand, still utilize search ads. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys a wide range of different search campaigns I've launched in the past year since I've been doing Google Ads and how I was able to get results with them and what basically caused them to win or lose. But without wasting any more time, let's just jump right into it. The first thing you'll have to do in order to find any kind of success with search campaigns, however, is to destroy that like button until it turns blue. It's going to take just 2 quick seconds. It really helps me out put more videos just like these ones, but hopefully you have destroyed the like button down below. Before we actually talk about the strategies and whatnot of search campaigns, let's look at a few search campaigns that I have up on my screen. So this one right here, and all of these I've already went ahead and checked this little box on my account so you guys can see the actual search campaigns because there's a lot of different campaigns running on this Google Ads account. It is for my main general store, and as you guys can see so far since about 2020 we have done roughly over $1 million with this store. I have a lot of videos on this on my channel which you can check out after this video, but we are starting off with the first campaign, and this campaign is a branded search campaign, meaning this campaign is only run when somebody types up my store's name. So for example, if I was the owner of google.com, if somebody typed in Google, there would be a search ad that would show up right at the top and it would be referring back to my website. This is exactly what this campaign is right here, and as you guys can see, this has brought me tremendous amounts of results with about $944 spent. We have 144 sales for an overall ROAS of 25.99. That is an insane amount. I'm not making any of these numbers up, but we've gotten about $25,000 in sales for only about $1,000 ad spend. This is a crazy amount, and this is why search campaigns, if you do them right, of course, are so powerful. But overall, this is doing mostly well because it is directly targeting my store's URL, and I've made videos on how you can create this on my channel, so you can check that out after this video. But we're not really going to go in depth into this because this is a very basic campaign. It doesn't really target anybody that's cold traffic, mainly because it is only targeting those people who have already been on your website before. But let's scroll down just a little bit until we get to the next campaign on the list, and as you guys can see, it is a few ways far downwards, but it is this one right here. This was for a winning product that I had previously in the summer months of 2020, and this was a SKAGs campaign. Now, if you don't know what a SKAGs campaign is, a SKAGs campaign is a single keyword ad group campaign where whatever keyword has gotten you the most sales within your general testing campaign, you go ahead and take it and divert it into 3 different methods. The first one is phrase match, followed by exact match, followed by broad match modifier. These 3 things are what you want to be doing with a SKAGs campaign, and this is exactly what I did right here. As you guys can see, we spent roughly $327. I could not really scale this product further with this search campaign simply because this was a seasonal product. I started a SKAGs campaign for this midway when the season was about to end. So by the time this was starting to get momentum, the season for that product was already starting to die out and I could no longer sell it. But we got about a ROAS of 5.0 with this campaign. So we spent about $327 to make back over $1,500. That is a really good number. Now, one thing you want to know with this campaign is that the CTR is actually very low for a search campaign. If we scroll just a little bit up to the next campaign, we can see that search campaigns usually have very high CTRs. Like this one right here, it is not really doing the best, but we're still going to be going over it soon. But a CTR of 8%, CTR of 2.60, CTR of 1.05. Now these 1.05 or so CTRs are normally low for search campaigns. We want to be aiming at CTRs above 5% because that is where the magic happens. But of course, that is just one plus point of running a search campaign. You don't always need to have 5% or more CTRs. As you guys can see, this campaign barely had a 1.69% CTR, but it was still doing very well. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go inside this search campaign to look at exactly what was inside it and what kind of ad groups I had. So I ran this search campaign for quite a bit of time. After I found out exactly what kind of search terms I was ranking for, which were doing well, I created different ad groups for these search campaigns, and every single ad group got me different results. So this one at the top got me a ROAS of 1.50, next one 3.45, next one 17.19. You want to think of these ad groups as ad sets within an overall campaign. Here, that would mean that I have around 6 ad sets within this campaign, and just like an ad set would do with Facebook ads, each ad set would perform differently depending on the audience. That is exactly what we see right here. As you guys can see, one ad group got me 17.19 return on ad spend, another one barely got me break even. It was maybe even at a loss, but that is exactly how search campaigns work. Most of the time, people are looking for quick money when it comes to search campaigns. Just because they started a SKAGs campaign, they think that they can just launch the campaign for a winning keyword, and then because it's a winning keyword, that should be getting a results. That is far from the truth, simply because even if you run a SKAGs campaign, it still needs data to optimize. It still needs to find out exactly who the audience is, and not every single time is your ad gonna be ranking at the top. Now, one thing that greatly impacts your search campaigns and quality of your search campaigns is the quality score. So if we just go inside one of the ad groups and then look at the quality score, we will notice that the quality score is no longer available, and that's because this ad has been shut off for over 6 months now. But what you want to know about quality score is that the higher this number is, and this number is out of 10, so the higher this number is, meaning 7 and above, the better results you're going to be getting with your ads. Of course, this is not always true. I currently have ads running which have a quality score of around 3 out of 10, and they still are more profitable than an ad with a quality score of 7 out of 10. But of course, we want to always be aiming to be at the top. We don't really want to be okay with mediocre results, because that one sale I got with the 3 out of 10 ad could be just a lucky sale or a fluke sale. So we always want to be aiming at a number of 7 or above. Usually 7 or above is very easy to attain as long as you have right ads. If you follow my other videos, you'll know how to create the search campaigns the right way. But there's 2 other factors besides the quality score which get a ranking out of 10. The first one is ad relevance. Second one is landing page experience. With landing page experience, there's very limited things you can do. Of course, you want to make sure that you're sending them to the right page where they're not just bouncing right away. And for ad relevance, you want to make sure that you are including the keyword which you have within your SKAGs campaign as one of the keywords within the ads themselves. So for example, if you were selling a 3D printer and your SKAG campaign was around the word 3D printer, you want to make sure that you have the keyword 3D printer within one of your titles and within the first or second description, because that is how ad relevance is determined. If you do not have the keyword mentioned within the title or within the description at least once, that is when your ad relevance score is going to plummet, and that is when your ads are going to be shown maybe to the wrong audience. So this is where a lot of people go wrong. They think again that this is a quick way of running campaigns on Google, but that is far from the truth. In fact, I would say this is one type of campaign where you're gonna have to wait much longer compared to a normal shopping campaign, or normally what you would wait for with Facebook ads. But as you guys saw, the results can be massive if you do everything the right way. But this is just one campaign. Let's look at some of the other campaigns which I have on this ad account. So if we just scroll down just a little bit to another search campaign that I have running, and this one is actually active right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go all the way to the bottom until we can find that, and it is this one right here. So if we look at the data right here, we can see that this was actually just started recently, maybe about a week or 2 ago. It hasn't been a long time. Normally, you want to be waiting about a month before you determine whether you want to shut off a search campaign or not, and that is simply because search campaigns take a lot longer to optimize. But so far, we have gotten around 10,000 impressions with the CTR of about 8%. That is an impressive CTR. That means that the ads that I have running are very straightforward and direct. But we're currently running at a CPC of about 61 cents. We have spent roughly $523.90 to get back 6 sales. Of course, the ROAS isn't in the positive, but like I mentioned before, search campaigns work much differently than shopping campaigns. They take much longer to actually become profitable. We have done roughly $1,000 in sales, but let's go inside this campaign to look just a little bit further at exactly how search campaigns work. So as you guys can see, just started recently, and if we look down, we can see that there's 3 different ad groups here. Ad group number 1, meaning ad set number 1, has got me 1 sale at a ROAS of 4.61. But as you guys see, it has barely spent any money, and that is simply because ad group number 2 is taking majority of the budget. Maybe because keywords within ad group number 2 are getting searched more often compared to ad group number 1. But with ad group number 2, we have spent about $390 and gotten back 5 sales for our total ROAS of 2.17. Now here is where the problem is. Ad group number 3, as you can see, we have spent over $100 without any sales. If we had not spent this $100, this campaign would clearly be in the profits. But I still want to run ad group number 3, because if we go inside ad group number 3, we can see that there's 3 different keywords here. All of them are doing good in terms of impressions and clicks, and even with CTRs, they have very high CTRs. For the products that this campaign is targeting, and this campaign is targeting an entire collection, the average profit range is about $50 to $70, because these are high ticket products. So that is why I'm completely fine with this ad group spending $66 or this one $21, or in total $103 without getting a sale, simply because overall the profits are very high. It may take just a little bit longer for this ad group to get results, but in the meantime, for maybe about a few more days, this is going to keep on running. But let's go back to our other ads now to look at exactly what's going on over there. So going back to the ad groups now, we are going to be looking at all of the different ads that we have running. So let's go ahead and look at the ad group that got us the most sales and look at how the quality score ranks for them. So as you guys can see over here, we're looking at the actual keywords that we're targeting, but we're getting some results over here. Quality score 8 out of 10, as you can see for the top 3, and the one with the 8 out of 10 got us the most sales of 4 sales in total. And if you scroll just a little bit down, we can see that overall all of the keywords here are getting good quality scores. Nothing really crazy and nothing really too low. But what I want to show you guys is I want to show you one of the ad groups which actually got me a sale. So we're going to look at the first ad group right here, and we're going to look at the quality score. So if you scroll just to the right, we can see that the quality score is very bad. It's 3 out of 10. Now, there are some factors which cause the score to be bad, which always can't be fixed. But despite that, the CTRs are still up to par, and it is still getting us the results that we want. In fact, this was the ad group which actually got us the highest ROAS with this ad. So $24 spent for 1 sale. Of course, it could be a fluke sale, but nonetheless, even though it was 3 out of 10, it did get us a sale. Now, this does not mean that you go out and not focus on the quality score, but these are a few factors which directly determine how your search campaigns run. But we're going to do a quick recap of exactly what we've covered so far. The first thing is search campaigns take a little bit longer to optimize, to run properly. You want to give it at least a month before you start looking at their results and seeing what kind of results you're getting. Number 2, whatever ads you run, you want to make sure that they're relevant to your products and that you're always looking to aim at a quality score of 7 out of 10 or more. There are a few things which you can do. You can have a high CTR, or you can have good ad relevance, meaning your keywords are mentioned within the titles and within your descriptions, or the landing page experience is really good and people really aren't bouncing off that much from your website. These things all determine the quality score. But number 3, you want to make sure that you're looking at the bids as well. Now with these ad groups, I have specifically found these bids to be working, but as you guys can see, I'm running it on enhanced CPC right now because the products within this collection that this campaign is targeting has already gotten a lot of sales, so that's why I'm able to do enhanced CPC. But even then, I'm keeping the bids fairly low for the pricing of the product. You want to be starting off with a low bid and then increasing over time. That is exactly what I always do and what you should be doing if you want it to be profitable over the long term. But number 4, you want to be targeting your search campaigns at a collection compared to just targeting a product. And in my opinion, that is the best way to go because search campaigns work a little bit differently compared to shopping campaigns. With search, people are generally searching for better options. They're looking for different varieties of products, and it can be very expensive for you to just target a product directly compared to targeting a collection. So that is why I always recommend that you target collections with search campaigns. But that is the overall criteria to making sure your search campaigns do well over time. Just be sure to optimize them every 7 to 14 days. Do not shut them off until a month has passed and you have enough data, because without a month passing, you really don't have enough data to make any decisions as to whether that campaign was good or not. But if you found any type of value in this video, smash the like button and smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.